We're reflecting today on how lockdown has been for all of us. When it began, none of us anticipated that it was going to last as long as it did. But it was fairly clear even from the beginning that we needed very much to adjust our rhythm of living, but also to adjust the way that we engaged with life. I began lockdown by realizing that I was being invited to live in relationship with the God of little things. The little things that have enormous value. I found myself listening much more intently to the sound of the wind in the trees, to the sound of the bees buzzing sometimes in my garden, and I also found myself listening to myself more intently, but also listening much more intently to the voices of other people. I actually had some lessons to learn about being present to people in general. Like a lot of busy people, I'm a multitasker. I seem to be juggling lots of things at the same time. Lockdown taught me not to do that. Taught me that actually what I had to do was be fully present, fully intent to one task, one person, one presence at a time. One of the things that has meant so much to me in the past few months has been the little cards and letters and notes, the texts on the telephone that people have sent in. Sometimes people I haven't heard from for ages. It sounds so simple, but it's such a profound way of interacting, of being present to another person, and of reinforcing the value that they are, the preciousness that their friendship is to you. I've tried very much in my daily prayer to emphasize for myself the chapter of light before I've begun anywhere near the chapter of faults, the noticing of the little blessings, and actually the saying of them, the praying of them with God has done a huge amount to keep my own spirits up and to prevent the shadows crowding in. Thursday night has become a social night in our neighbourhood. We used to meet in the back lane by my house and clap for the NHS on a Thursday night. We carried on doing that even when the clapping stops. We still maintain social distance and all of that. But it's been a wonderful richness to get to know the people who live near me, but who otherwise I would never know and never see. Lockdown has maybe unlocked for some of us the keys of British reserve and of social reserve, and has allowed us to be more attentive to the people who do the small tasks of support in shops and on buses and behind counters, so that those conversations seem to me to have become much more humane, much more human, much more real. All of this has been part of the blessing of lockdown. Like everybody else, I greatly look forward to the time when we can go back to a more normal rhythm of life. But there will be many things of pre-lockdown that I don't miss. There's a sense in which lockdown has enabled me to understand the problematical nature of the way we lived before. A way that was so based on acquiring stuff, things, having things, being constantly stimulated. And I really look forward to never having to engage with that sort of acquisitive, consumer-driven life again. But I hope that I have learned to be still. I hope I've learned to be a better communicator. And above all, I hope I've remembered and will remember forever to be conscious day by day of the God of little things of lockdown.